Millions of people shop at Costco every year, but almost nobody knows how Costco actually makes money. At first glance, Costco feels like a financial paradox. The prices are insanely low. The stores are massive warehouse buildings, and people leave with giant carts full of products for way less than they expected. So the real question is simple. How is Costco not losing money? Because if you think about it logically, this business model should not work. Low prices, fewer products, high employee wages, huge buildings. On paper, it sounds like a recipe for disaster. But Costco isn't just surviving. It's one of the most successful retail companies in the world. And the reason why starts with a business model that completely flips traditional retail upside down. It all begins with something most people underestimate: the membership card. Before you even buy anything, you pay Costco money just to be allowed inside. That is the first shock. Costco doesn't primarily make money from products. It makes money from access. And that single idea changes everything about how the company operates. But here's where it gets even more interesting. That membership fee is not extra income. It is the foundation of the entire system. And we'll come back to why that is so important later. But first, you need to understand what Costco is actually doing inside those giant warehouses. Because it looks simple, but it's not. Walk into a normal supermarket and you'll see chaos. 30,000 plus products, dozens of brands for the same item, endless decisions. But Costco, it feels almost empty in comparison. Only around 3,000 to 4,000 products. And that is not a weakness. It is a weapon. Here's the first retention twist. Less choice doesn't hurt sales. It increases them. Because when people have fewer decisions, they buy faster. Less thinking equals more spending. But that's only the surface-level explanation. The deeper reason is even more powerful. Costco uses limited selection to gain massive buying power. When you only sell a few items, you can buy those items in extreme bulk. And when you buy in extreme bulk, suppliers give you prices that normal stores cannot even negotiate. We're talking about discounts most retailers never see. But now here comes the second major twist. Costco refuses to play the normal retail game. Most stores rely on high markups per item to make profit. Costco does the opposite. It caps its markup at around 14% to 15%. That means if Costco buys something for $10, it sells it for around $11.40 to $11.50. Sometimes even less. In retail terms, that is extremely low. Almost shockingly low. So now the question becomes unavoidable. If Costco barely makes money on products, how is it still one of the biggest companies in the world? Here's the answer. Volume and memberships. Millions of people pay Costco annual fees just to shop there. And that money is pure profit before a single product is sold. And here's the key detail most people miss. That membership income is predictable. It doesn't depend on sales. It doesn't depend on seasons. It renews year after year. That makes Costco's entire business incredibly stable. But Costco doesn't stop there. It builds the entire store experience around one goal: make you spend more without realizing it. Let's break down how. First, the carts. Costco carts are massive, way bigger than normal shopping carts. And that is intentional, because a half-empty big cart feels like you haven't bought enough yet. Second, the layout. Costco stores are designed like a maze. There is no direct path to what you want. You are forced to walk past high-margin or trending products. Every turn is engineered. Nothing is random. Then there are the treasure hunt deals. Limited-time items that constantly rotate. This creates urgency. If you don't buy it now, it might be gone forever. That triggers impulsive buying behavior. And suddenly, you came in for milk, but you leave with a grill, sneakers, and 48 snacks. But Costco still has more hidden systems working in the background. Let's talk about one of the most famous parts of the company: the food court. Hot dogs, pizza, soda, and the legendary combo: $1.50 hot dog and drink. Frozen in price for decades. Here's the twist. Costco does not make profit from this. In fact, it sometimes loses money. So why keep it? Because it increases total spending inside the warehouse. It keeps people inside longer. And the longer you stay inside a Costco, the more money you tend to spend. Now zoom out. Costco runs on a model called high volume, low margin, meaning it makes very small profit per item, but sells massive quantities of goods. And when you multiply small profits by millions of transactions, the numbers become enormous. But even that is not the full story. Because Costco is one of the most disciplined companies in the world when it comes to costs. No luxury stores. No expensive marketing campaigns. No unnecessary branding changes. Even packaging is kept simple and efficient. And surprisingly, Costco pays its employees better than most retail competitors. That reduces turnover, which saves training costs and increases efficiency. So while Costco looks cheap on the outside, internally it is extremely optimized. Now let's connect everything. Costco has three main sources of money: membership fees, small product margins, and operational efficiency. But one of them dominates the system: membership fees. In many years, Costco's membership revenue alone covers most of its operating costs. That means the entire retail side of the business is almost like an expansion layer on top of a profitable core. And this creates a powerful loop. Cheap prices attract more members. More members increase buying power. More buying power reduces costs. Lower costs allow even cheaper prices. And cheaper prices attract even more members. A cycle that feeds itself endlessly. And that is the real secret. Costco is not just a store. It is a membership-powered ecosystem designed to convert bulk buying into loyalty. But the final reason Costco dominates retail is not just math. It is trust. People don't feel manipulated at Costco. They feel like they are getting a deal. They feel like they are winning. And in business, that feeling is one of the most powerful forces in the world. So next time you walk through those giant warehouse doors, remember this: you are not just shopping. You are inside one of the most efficient and carefully engineered business systems in retail history.